twisting and blowing through our world, making the seasons move and the landscapes change form. The wind and its restless gusts are nature's movers and shakers. Without wind, plants wouldn't spread their seeds so efficiently. Birds and insects would find it difficult to fly. Boats would have to lower their sails, relying only on paddles to make speed. And aircrafts, gliders, and balloons wouldn't be able to glide across the skies. Most importantly, without wind, we would lose an important piece of our energy-secure future. How? That's a question of science. Kaithar in Tamil Nadu. Rows upon rows of wind turbines sprout up here like seedlings of a bumper crop. But this is no ordinary crop. Operated by the Center for Wind Energy Technology, this farm is growing the energy future of India. Experiments and findings here will help us move to an age where we will no longer depend on fossil fuels as a primary source of energy. Where the never-ending resource, wind, will be the key to clean and green energy. If the Center for Wind Energy Technology, or CWET, has anything to do with it, wind energy will have a big role in the coming years and decades.
In India, electricity generation is happening about 212 gigawatts today from all sources, and wind alone is about 19 gigawatts today is available. The potential is available at 50-meter level as per the official declaration, 49 gigawatts all over India.
Potentially, wind can steer India's energy fortunes in a big way. How can this be achieved? This answer lies in a more fundamental question. What is wind? We have all experienced the sensation of wind, either as a gentle breeze, a sudden gust, or the forceful push of stormy winds. And while we may not always be able to see it directly, it is felt and observed through its effects. Put simply, wind is the movement of air all around us. The next question is, what causes air to move? The short answer is differences in air pressure between two areas. You can do a simple experiment at home. Fill up a balloon. You'll feel that the confined air inside it has more pressure than the outside. When you release the air through the balloon's narrow opening, you will feel the strong gush of air rushing out to balance the pressures. The same thing happens on a much, much larger scale all over our planet and in our atmosphere. When the sun shines on the earth, it heats different parts differently. It hits the equator directly and heats it up more than the other regions. As this happens, the warmer, moist air rises up, creating a low-pressure area around the equator. Now, cooler air from other regions to the north and south rushes in to restore equilibrium. When this happens, wind is born. But this is just one factor leading to the birth of wind. The globe is affected by many different phenomena besides the sun's differential heating. The Earth's rotation and forces like evaporation and condensation contribute to unique wind patterns such as trade winds, the prevailing westerlies, and even India's lifeline, the monsoon winds. And that's not where the story of wind ends. Zoom in closer and you'll find more reasons for wind to blow, either gently or violently. Coastal areas are affected by winds generated by differences in land and sea breezes. Even geological formations like mountains, valleys, and flat plains affect how wind blows. Mountain ranges like the Himalayas block cold winds from the north, while the Western Ghats fence in the wind, making the region to its east extremely windy. By now it's clear, wind is born not just due to one or two physical phenomena, but a highly complex set of atmospheric, oceanic, and geological reasons. At its gentlest, wind can erode solid rocks over centuries and millennia. At its strongest, it can rip through entire settlements in seconds, reaching stormy speeds that are faster than bullet trains. This immense power has had scientists in the last several decades asking, how can wind's energy be harnessed efficiently to generate electricity?
The wind is freely available. There is no cost for the fuel and it need not be transported. And all the advantages are there. It is a green power. It will not emit any carbon emission. That is why wind energy is very attractive in a country like India, where we are depending on fossil fuels in a very, very great sense.